It's absolutely short-term thinking that keeps most people broke and stuck, and it drives me crazy. And I hope this YouTube channel and this video is some voice of reason. We're going to look at a lot of charts. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at alts. We're going to look at my portfolio, which, by the way, is up $1,200 over the last 24 hours because I cash flow no matter what the markets are doing. We're going to explain all that. And the concepts in this video are the reason why I got friggin' rich. And the concepts in this video can also be the reasons you get rich, but we have to break out of short-term thinking. So we're going to look at the Fear Greed Index. We're going to look at some charts, especially of Bitcoin. We're going to look at a few different portfolios I have. This one is up $604 over the last 24 hours. Nothing major, but as you can see, there is no red in my DeFi portfolio. And we're also going to look at this, which is where I want to start. I really hope people understand this, which by the way, remember, even in a bull market, which we are in, there's going to be massive pullbacks. It's just people seem to only double click and invest when markets are green, and then they sell at a loss when markets are red, which blows my mind. But if they could build a system for themselves, which we're going to talk about here, then they could capitalize when the markets are green, take profit, have some really juicy P&Ls, and when the markets are red, they can deploy a lot of that profit and build their portfolios twice or 3 times as fast as most people ever do. Most people only get into this stuff when the markets are green, by the way. I see it every single day and it drives me bonkers. So remember, we look at providing liquidity, which is a service where we get paid the fees. So as people are going crazy right now, we're making a lot of money, but that's purely cash flow. That's one part of my portfolio. And what I do is I take those profits, depending on what cycle we're in, where the RSI is, and what the Fear Greed Index is telling me. But as people are super excited when we're hitting all-time highs, I'm taking all that cash flow, moving it into stables and lending those stables out. Those stables make me dollars every single day. So this is more on the lending side of my portfolio. As you can see, yesterday it was at 395. Today it's at 396. Tomorrow it'll be at 397. On and on and on. And then when the markets pull back, I'm able to deploy tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars and capitalize on opportunity. And by the way, this is probably a third of my overall portfolio. I think my whole DeFi portfolio is around 1.4 million right now, which is pretty cool. Now, when the markets pull back, you can either reinvest all that profit back into different cash flowing, liquidity pool positions, or you can buy up assets at a massive discount, which I hear this all of the time is, Bitcoin's a little too expensive. I wish it would pull back. And then the markets pull back and they present us an opportunity, and very few actually capitalize on it, which is wild. They see this and most people think the same thing. Well, maybe it'll go lower. And the lower it goes, they just keep saying that. Yet when other indicators are showing us, hey, here's a really good dollar cost average opportunity, you don't deploy all of your capital all at once because no one can predict what's next. Imagine some car for $105,000. And then a few weeks later, it's on discount for $85,000, $86,000. Would you buy it or would you not? Now, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, but maybe you take a quarter or an eighth or 10% of your profits and you snatch it up. The problem is when markets are green, when greed is at all-time highs, which we're going to look at some correlation here. When greed is an all-time high, no one takes profits. They actually inject the spare capital they have into the markets because everyone's excited. Bitcoin's going to $250,000. Then, when everyone is in deep fear, well, they never took profits, they don't have any cash sitting on the sidelines, they blame the markets and everyone else around them, they say this is a scam, then they pull out, lock in losses, lock in impermanent loss if you're in LPs. By the way, I'm in LPs that are way out of range. I haven't locked in that impermanent loss. You don't have to sell, you don't have to lock it in. And so have a look at this. Back in 2000, I just want to show you how crazy people are and how short-term thinking they are. Back in June 2019, greed was at an all-time high. We were at 84, 85. And here we are. Bitcoin at the time was around $11,000, $12,000, $13,000. Oh my God, that's crazy. Probably everyone's buying the top. Everyone's excited for this. Bitcoin's going at $25,000 or $50,000, they were probably thinking. And boop, here in March 2020, massive fear. Fear was under 10. We were at 8. We were at 9. Bam, crypto crashes all the way to $4,000. Oh my God. The world is over. Everyone's locking in major losses. Look what happened after. I remember here is where I really start doubling down. This was June 2022. Here we are, June 2022. We're back at the 7, 8. But what I'm trying to show here is zoomed out far enough, none of this shit matters. Here's what I know for sure, is your fiat, your US dollar, your whatever dollar is losing value every second. All of the noise week to week, month to month, even quarter to quarter, I don't care. I'm not in this short term. I'm not investing in crypto, in Bitcoin. I mean, DeFi is moving so fast. V4 is out. There's so much innovation. I'm not in this for just a week. I'm in this for the next 10 years. And I'm not stupid enough to think that over the next 10 years, everything's just going to go up and to the right. I don't care. All of that is noise to me. Take profit when the markets are green. Capitalize on opportunities when the markets are red. You're never going to get it perfect. Yes, at times you're going to say, I should have sold more. I should have bought more. Yes, I bet you most people are going to be saying in 10 years, I wish I bought more. At 50,000, 80,000, or even 110,000. If you stay consistent with your crypto, your DeFi strategy, you just stay consistent with it. You ignore all the noise. You get off freaking Twitter. Honestly, could Bitcoin go to 50K? I don't care. I don't care. Right now, we're in extreme fear. 25. The RSI index is bouncing below 30. Could Bitcoin go lower? Yes, but will I take some of my profits, a percentage of it, and just keep dollar cost averaging? Yes. Will I keep stables in lending positions so I can keep cash flowing at least on my lending positions every single day? Yes. Will I open new liquidity pools when the opportunity presents itself? Especially as I can get into these pools at lower prices and just literally let the pool dollar cost average me out as the price of said asset increases? Yes. If some of my positions go out of range on the bottom, am I going to panic and have to rebalance everything and lock in a ton of impermanent loss? No. There's multiple angles of this game we play. And we've got to see this game holistically. And worst case, let's say you didn't take profits. You got into a bunch of LPs. Things are down right now. Sit on your hands and wait it out. Locking in the loss is not the way through this. Learn your lesson. I will take profit. Write it out 1,000 times. When the opportunity presents itself, take profit. So you actually have capital to deploy when the markets present this opportunity. And if you haven't, awesome. You might have to wait it out. I'm just going to say, if we're up 70% over the last year, I wish people could just zoom out far enough to understand this. But no, they go into the daily and say, we're down 7%, the world is ending, I sell everything. Or, 8% over the last 7 days, or 16% over the last month. Oh, hey, well, you do know we're up 70% over the last year, and over the last year and a half, 2 years ago, I remember Bitcoin being at 20K, so we're up 200, 300%. And I think this is why this game is so easy to win, because most people are reacting very emotionally and they make insane, this is why we see massive red candle. Yes, there's liquidations, got it, get it, but this is why there's opportunity. And if you can just stay consistent with your strategy, you will win the long game. And I was just in LPs this whole time, and every single week I was taking my profits, moving it in stable, or buying more Bitcoin. And I'll keep doing that, even if Bitcoin goes to 50K. Got it, understood. This is what markets do. But I'm just going to stay consistent. And then every time there's a massive pump, I did over $1 million in just profits on my bull run bag. Now, if you would have looked at me a year and a half ago, buying in extreme fear, you would have been like, what is this guy doing? You don't realize that profit until you actually start sowing seeds consistently over a long period of time. I really hope this is making sense. In the comments, let me know, what are you doing? How are you handling this? Are you a step away from the computer and go enjoy life kind of guy? Or are you I'm up all night trying to predict what the markets are doing? Because you never will. All those TA channels that you watch, look at the 3 top TA people, or the biggest channels, and they're all going to say something different. We don't know what Russia's going to do tomorrow. We don't know if Trump will put the tariffs through or not put the tariffs. We don't know. The best thing we can do is DCA, stay consistent, cash flow, move that cash flow, keep buying assets, and play this for the long game if you believe in the fundamentals of what crypto and DeFi have to offer. If you don't, then I totally understand why people are jumpy. But if you study this stuff long enough and you're like, oh, that this is here for the next decade, it's inevitable, it can only grow, then don't worry about it. Really hope that helps. Hang out for like an hour or two on this channel today. Check out some of the videos, go through some videos that stand out to you, study this stuff. Great chance to get educated. If you haven't joined a free course yet, please do so. And with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Like this video, subscribe to this channel if you want drama-free content. And with that said, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.